You will come back, my friends.
I'm doing this because I'm an eccentric millionaire.
I don't want to get paid to lose. I want to win.
If it were me, I'd bet everything. But that's me. I'm an aggressive gambler. Mr. Vegas.
I admire your notion of fair odds, mister.
Better lucky than good? Right.
Hello, welcome to Unfocused Fantasy Football. I have with me here the Fab Five. We've got David, Greg, Jeff, John. Interesting week last week. We're still above 600 for the year, but it was our first sub 500 year. So if you followed our advice and bet last week, hey, sometimes you're going to lose. So hope you didn't bet too much, but we're going to make it up to you this week. Guys, how we doing tonight?
Good.
I didn't realize we were that bad last week.
We were 24 and 26 as a podcast last week.
If you took DK Metcalf over Quentin Johnson, you did good. We'll say that at least.
Absolutely. We
didn't have Quentin Johnson getting 0 points on my bingo card there, boys.
Did he even play?
He did.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, that's bad. But oh well, that's last week.
Technically, he did play, yes. So John led the way with 6-4 last week. Jeff and Greg were both 5-5, and the other two of us participated at 4 and 6.
I ended up going 4 and 6. Damn, I didn't know that.
I had a bad week.
We missed the Mahomes by 1 yard.
I saw that
Monday night.
I got that at least.
Yes, I was quite happy when it was $2.99.
As if the previous week's Goff throwing for only 5 more yards than Baker wasn't close enough.
Yeah.
We like to pick the ones that are.
The point is try to figure out a close call, not something obvious.
Make it exciting.
Yes, well, maybe they'll be a little easier this week.Maybe they won't. We'll find out when we get there.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at kind of a quick summation of last week. Trent whooped my ass and made my playoff odds very long indeed. Didn't have a great week last week. Jaden Daniels sat out and then pretty much shot my team to crap. Jeff with a nice rebound week over to Big Berg. John and Greg. Not a big point total, but that's a big game right there. 115 to 105, and Relic beat up on David, and Tyreek over the hill is
180 points.
He's really killing it.
Yeah, he's been quiet. I guess probably because he's not on the show here with us, but he's been pretty steady, putting up some big points.
Not bad, huh?
The guy who's staying in the bunker somewhere is
Hey, and honestly, considering how John started out, here he is at the top of the league, 6-2.
Yep.
Tyreek over the hill.
I went through Dave and Greg back to back, so it's nice to get through them.
You did perfect, though.
I get Jeff this week,
if I knew anything about fantasy football, I would have gone into Sunday's games that had 71-0 over John, but instead I only played 1 Charger instead of 3. So
yeah.
In a game I desperately needed to win.
Had balls, she'd be my uncle.
Game I desperately needed to win. I picked up Vidal and didn't start him.
Oh.
I thought I had hit start no, he was on my bench. So and it cost me. I lost that game by 4 points.
Luckily I threw in Tajay Spears and he ends up getting like 17 points, which really was the difference in the game.
I saw that.
I had them on my other right at the end too. I was like, nice.
Yeah,
I kind of had a little flurry there at the end of the late games that put me. Knicks threw a touchdown. Spears got a touchdown. I was like, all right, good deal here.
Well, I think Jeff and I need you guys to start playing each other a little more, so he and I can get back into it. We're learning.
Well, this is the last week. After this week, we've all played each other one time.
Exactly. So I don't know. We have hope, right, Jeff? We have hope that these guys will fall apart.
Always have hope. And then a lot of big performances last week, like just 30-plus performances across the board. in John's league. I scored 150 points, and I lost by, 75? The dude scored 232 points in fantasy on me.
Yeah, he had like all the high scores.
Right. He had Barkley.
Well, I was looking. You guys were sharing some scores, like two. I think Trent was showing like huge scores. Is that like a lower man league or something, or do you have a different scoring system? Because I saw some crazy score.
Are you talking about the one where in Relic's league?
Yeah.
Relic watching, love you and all, but good Lord, that's a lot of players to keep up with.
Well, they have more. They start more players.
Yeah, it's 53-man roster.
53
Yeah,
man.
dude, that-
How many
Yeah, I had
teams?
yeah, I had 12 people on a bye week last week. I had to like
Jesus Christ.
panic ad.
How
It
many
was
teams are
Oh,
crazy.
wow. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 53-man roster, and I think we start 40 between the defense
How
and
many?
the offense.
How many
It's
teams?
something like that.
How many players in the
10.
league?
10?
10?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you picking 400 players during the draft.
Yeah, at the very
Yes,
end of the draft, there was
530.
40 rounds. At the very end, when I looked for certain players, there was no players left in that category of player position.
How long were the rounds?
The draft
what did it
took
take us?
3.5 hours.
It was timed on ESPN, so
I'm gonna put it this way: it started at 9 when I left for work, and it was like past 11 when it finished.
I think at the end it was only me, Relic, and David drafting, as a matter of fact. So yeah.
you guys still cared. So, but I think it's cool. I think it's cool that we got this log jam up at the top this far into the season.
I don't.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how the dominoes fall, as they say, boys.
Well, it's funny. 10-man league. Six of you guys are fighting for the playoffs, and Jeff and I are technically not out of it at 4-4. So 8 out of the 10 teams. Yeah, 8 out of the 10 teams are over 500.
I personally, I feel like my
3-5.
team is reeling after Nakua and fucking Garrett Wilson have been playing. My team has not been the same. Then Baker Mayfield underperforms. I had 5 players underperform their projection this week. Just dog shit.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. If you just kind of survive and get back on track, you're 5-3, so that's not terrible. So
yeah,
I anticipate going some point maybe. You did lose Nakua. That's a bit, and then you not only lose him, then he's got to buy the very next week.
Look, I was top 2 in point scorer, and now I'm not even top 5. Like that's how bad I've fallen.
Yeah, John has leapt to the top of the standings. Tyreek, he who shall not be named, jumped second. 4-4. I'm hanging in there with points, but
man, my buddy from work, Merritt, really roared back to being second. Holy shit!
Oh yeah, and then Trent's right behind me, and then Greg is right behind him. It's 5 1,000 point scorers for the league. So
I'm 5-3. I'm just 6th.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, if you look at the standings, it gives you a percentage to make the playoffs.
Jeez, I don't feel good about that.
I mean, those are the top point scores, but as far as
54% for you, David. Greg 52%. Quinn 25%. Jeff 5%.
I'm at a solid 5.
And then the last 2 guys
Solid
are 1%. So there's
still a chance. There's a chance.
That wasn't a rounded up to 5. Like I'm in the 5, so it's not like a 4.
Well, if you go into the playoff brackets, I know I'm the 4th seed if the season were over today, but apparently I've got a smaller chance than others to make the playoffs.
So the top teams get a bye.
I don't get that either, Greg. I don't get that either.
Well, the commissioner is in chat. Maybe he'd like to throw it to
fuck the commissioner. Fuck that guy.
Who is the commissioner?
Trent is the commissioner.
He's 3rd place right now. So.
And you wonder why? Because he's the commissioner. He can make that happen.
Yeah, he's feverishly breaking down tape for tomorrow's war room. All right, so let's look at rapid fire. So even though didn't have a great week last week, still really stout for the season, guys. 614 winning percentage. Greg holding on to just an amazing 700 percentage. Jeff slipped a little bit, but still 650. David 617. John is one game behind David into getting the top three.
Damn.
So I'm bringing up
my name on there.
Yeah, I'm bringing up the rear at 5, and even I'm hitting 53, so 533. So we're doing well, and it'll be interesting when we get there. So let's talk a little start sit of the week, and before we do that, David has a tip for those of you who play in defensive player leagues.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So I discovered that on Yahoo Fantasy that they are counting Travis Hunter, his offensive points, if you have it IDP. If you have defensive player slot, put Travis Hunter in it. They're counting
I know.
all
I
of
played
his
against
points.
him, and I'm in Yahoo, and I played against him like 2 weeks ago. And and cornerback, he's a cornerback, and he's usually that's a low scoring slot. And I look, and the guy's got Travis Hunter's got like 12 points in cornerback, and he didn't even play defense that week.
Correct. It's something that I Googled. Like Yahoo is allowing it. They are counting everything.
And also,
for him.
I have Gainwell over there, and he's my running back, but he also gets points for kick returns.
Nice.
So
yeah, these are just
I
little
was using
things.
my bench. I'm like, how did he get so many points this week? And I look, and then they break down how he scored. It showed 52 kick return yards or something.
To me, I mean, it's like if you like your standard team, you're going to have 2 wide receiver slots, and you're going to have a flex. If you have Travis Hunter, now it's like having like 4 wide receivers if you want to go that route.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
like
Doubling
it's
is more than
I wanted to let people know if you've got the defensive player slot on Yahoo, they're counting everything. He put up 25 points for me in a PPR league in my defensive player slot, which is something that like you just to have that is amazing. So
I have to start putting Otani rules on him.
Something.
Yeah, you got to play.
Yeah.
And
Split him up. You have one.
If you have him in as a cornerback, only defensive stats apply.
I don't have him at all in ESPN, so like I don't know if ESPN does the same thing where if you put him in a defensive player spot, that's something in Relics League we should look into. I don't know who has him, but I know I don't. Maybe I don't want to say anything, but but at least in Yahoo, it's something that like you might want to do.
Could be Relics League.
I think now that he scored all those points, not this weekend, but the weekend before, that might put him now number 1 in defensive player points because of the fact that he's playing wide receiver.
In that league, what's an average cornerback score for a week?
You're going to get around 8.
Yeah, that's a good score.
Yeah. IDPs don't score a lot of points.
Because they don't you get tackles. If they get a pick, you're good. That helps.
Yeah. Like it just depends on like how many different things your league counts for
cornerbacks
players.
really get sacks.
But 8, I mean, if they get double digits, they had a monster.
And if you have a good cornerback and they don't throw to him, then I mean he's not even getting tackles. So
to have a guy that gets you possibly 20 points now that that's the other thing too. Like the head coach is even saying that they're going to now make him the main guy. So they're going to focus more on getting him the ball. So if you got this guy, man, that could be a huge advantage for you over people.
I'm sure Brian Thomas will love to hear that. We might hear that name again in a minute.
Okay.
All right, so let's go around the horn. So David, who we starting? Who we sit?
Starting, dude, I'm starting Kareem Hunt. He's getting all the goal line play for the Chiefs. He had a passing touchdown from Mahomes last week. When they get near the goal line, Kareem Hunt plays. But here's the kicker: Pacheco's hurt, and they're saying he's week to week. He did not practice today. It's fucking Thursday? So like. It's looking like Kareem Hunt's going to get the start, fellas. He's facing Buffalo, who's 6th in points to running backs. Sounds to me like a nice play. And this guy on some leagues I've seen is still there on waiver wire as well. So if people ain't paying attention, go get the guy.
I want to piggyback off that for a second.
Sure.
If Pacheco is hurt long term, Elijah Mitchell has been waiting in the wings all year long. He's healthy. If he becomes the running back there, he could put up some stats. Remember for San Fran the last couple of years, he's had some very nice
Chiefs
games.
Now?
Yeah, but they got that rookie they like.
Rashard
Smith or whatever. Yeah, he's another one. I mean, but I'm just telling you, as far as goal
I
line,
Hunt last year when Pacheco was hurt.
Right,
Hunt came in and did just
so
fine. So
to me, that's a start. especially now you got all these bye weeks. You got 12-team leagues. Like you're really desperate to have those 2 running backs that you can plug in there. So Kareem Hunt's a guy for me. I'm starting. Sitting. This guy's going the opposite direction. Bill Merritt, is that what he calls himself, Bob? Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. This guy has 2 points, 3 points, and like 5 points in his last 3 games. Not doing good at all. What else? He's going to be facing Seattle. That's 19th in points to running backs. This guy's just not getting it done. He's killing me in my one league I have him in. Was supposed to be the bell cow
in one league. I've seen him get
dropped. Dude. Like I thought he was going to be the bell cow and be putting up a lot of points, but he has not done jack.
I'm just wondering if it has anything to do with Daniels not playing too. You know what I mean?
I maybe they're going
he
all
was
out.
Doing pretty good with Daniels. So.
Well, it's been so long. He hasn't had like a big game in I think like 6-7 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways,
it's been a while between drinks for him. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm sitting him. I've had enough. Nichols is getting every passing down. Yeah. Like he's out there and getting all the pass plays to him. I think they gave him 1 last game, and I think he dropped it. I don't even think he got it.
Yeah.
So, like, dude, I don't know. I'm benching him in my league this week. I've had enough.
Yep. I totally get that one. I've had to play him in a couple of leagues, and
yeah, it's not going good at all.
It looks so good.
I dropped him too.
That one game where he broke out. Who were they playing?
Yeah, I think he's had
that
like
is a great question.
He had that one breakout game where it was kind of like he was doing okay before, and then he blew up, and they were all going off, and everybody got excited. And
yeah, dude, I was amped to get him. It was.
Well, plus
the game against the Chargers, he had 27 points.
Yeah.
I mean, you've had both their receivers have been out, so they kind of could game plan against stopping the run because they're not worried about any of the receivers. They're not worried about what's his name throwing the ball that's been in there.
Marcus Mariota, yeah.
I mean, like he's just.
I'm not dropping him right now because I'm thinking, maybe with Daniels coming back and the receivers, even though Scary Terry's hurt again.
Well, there's no consistency here. I mean, first week 14, second week 1, third week 10, fourth week 7, fifth week 27 points. Then he goes 5, 4, 2. Yeah. It just keeps getting worse.
You don't want to be starting 5-point guys and running backs.
No.
I don't know if you guys have seen the meme going around on social media with the big giant fat guy riding on the zip line, and they say this is Bill Merritt's performance. Yeah, starts out great. Dives right down.
Yeah. That's good.
All right. So, Greg, who we starting? Who we sitting?
Well, speaking of the aforementioned Brian Thomas, I picked him to start. Hopefully for him, this will be his breakout game because they're facing the Raiders. The Raiders have allowed the fourth most fantasy points against wide receivers, and they've struggled, especially against outside wide receivers. And outside is where Thomas has spent 74% of his snaps. And most of Thomas's production has also been against zone defenses, and the Raiders have the third highest rate of zone defense. So hopefully he'll do well in spite of the effort to get Travis Hunter all his points for the various Yahoo leagues now. But and my
can coexist.
I don't have him, so do whatever you want. But my sit is Jordan Mason. Looks like Aaron Jones returned last week and took a lot of snaps, and it looks like that's how it's going to be. And they're facing the Lions in Detroit, and the Lions have not allowed they've only allowed one back to get more than 14 points, and the Lions are usually tough at home defensively, so to me he's trending down.
Yeah, absolutely. And Vikings are a mess. And Trent's favorite quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, is starting this week.
Yeah, I got Justin Jefferson in a couple leagues, and I'm a little worried with McCarthy coming in.
I see the resident Packers fan has joined us to gloat. And but he does have a good question here.
I just
Shakir. Okay, well, we'll share it with the rest of the group.
I just put Shakir and Dowdle. I mean, you just saw what the Chiefs receivers did to them this past week, so I think Shakir could have a good game. Dowdle is supposed to be coming the lead back, I believe, this week. I think the coach brought up that they have to start leaning on him. He's just doing way better than Chuba Hubbard. So those are the two I would pick personally. I don't know about you guys. And that's kind of going out the whim too. I didn't really look into it.
Well, it's kind of like the lesser of five evils here because honestly,
you're right.
You know, none of these are super appealing if you have to pick two.
Marks, no. I just got done telling you why not to do Bills. Golden didn't do shit against the Steelers, which is really weird.
So many, you know, there's a lot of mouths to feed there, you know, especially with Watson back now. And, you know, the tight end's getting a lot of play. They like to hand it off, even though Love had he just threw all over the place the other day.
Bob, my dude's taking shots. You see this?
I know, right? With Down syndrome? All I can say is I look good. So, I mean, me personally, I actually would consider Golden here because I know it's a little inconsistent. The Packers last week against the run, Jaylen Warren was very effective, but then they abandoned the run for some reason. I feel like Panthers won't be able to stick with the run because they might be down 3 or 4 touchdowns. So maybe Golden has a bounce
They're
back.
facing the Panthers?
Yeah.
No, they're the Packers.
No, they said the Packers are facing the Panthers. Is that
you're talking about Golden or Dowdle?
Golden.
Okay. For some reason, I thought it switched to Dowdle. Sorry.
Yeah, they're facing Carolina. So Carolina's 30th in points to wide receivers, which is crazy. I would thought they were way worse than that. But apparently not. Apparently they don't give
Sounds like Love's start of the week.
Yeah, it really does. If you look back at what Josh Allen did against them last week, he's not as. Although I just want to comment on that for a second. When you're up 33-6, you do not have your MVP quarterback run a tush push at the goal line. What's he even doing in the game?
Well, I have him in a couple leagues, so I was happy to see that. But.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Bob's fantasy cold hard take.
Exactly.
He was probably trying to get me my 3rd touchdown so I could win that one in rapid fire. So,
and he did. He did.
There you go. That's why he was in.
Carolina's been so weird this year, though. They've been so up. I mean, there's no consistency there at all.
You could get beat 30-0, or they could beat someone you wouldn't think of. You know,
they smash Atlanta and they lose by 30 to New England.
The record, Jeff.
I wasn't even trying to dig on them on that either, but it's back and forth with them. But I would pick Dowell in that situation as at least one of them, just because he's going to probably have the most touches out of all those players. And even if they get behind, he'll get the dump off. So I would definitely, out of those 5, that would be the number 1.
12-man half PPR.
Well, Marks has had a few good games in a row now. He's kind of taken over for Chubb.
12-man.
Dowdell does still worry me a little bit with, Chuba. They're not going to just not use Chuba. So I don't know. Marks, I think, is emerging.
But they're facing the Broncos, but then again, the Cowboys ran all over them.
Okay,
or Williams had a good game against them, but still.
Do you guys I literally just brought up that Kareem Hunt's available in some leagues, and Slapsky here's just it shows he's available.
Yeah,
Go get Kareem Hunt right now.
Yeah, and it depends. I like Algier if you have Robinson. I'm surprised
as a handcuff.
Yeah, I'm surprised people that have him, Bijan, don't have him. Whoever has gotten that league that's got Bijan doesn't have Algier, because he's definitely a good replacement for him if he goes down. You don't lose tons there. It's not like he's just some no-name guy.
But if you're looking for at least a spot start this week, go get Kareem Hunt right now out of that group.
Yeah. Whoa.
You can't trust that Mononge guy. I mean, he had 20-something points, then got 1 point this past week.
Well, I mean, yeah, because when you're
Yeah.
backing up,
Swift,
you're gonna
yeah.
get 5 touches, and hopefully one of those touches is gonna be a
Yeah, or if it gets
Good one.
garbage time.
Right.
Don't drop Fannin.
No.
I'm going to presume Fields is Justin Fields, and they have a bye this week. So
Wouldn't you drop? Is Marks is not doing really anything, is he?
What do you mean
Greg-
drop?
Greg-
He asked who do I drop? Fannin for Hunt. Fannon's been doing good for Cleveland, hasn't he?
Well,
Yes.
the thing about Fannin is he's similar to all these guys. Hunter Henry.
Yeah, but
Schultz,
Marks
yeah.
is. I would drop Marks. He's
Well,
had
Marks,
one game.
Here, I was just reading a thing on Marks. Scored at least 12.5 points in 3 of his past 4 games, 2 in a row against Seattle, San Francisco. He's been getting more involved in the passing game. He has 7 catches for 69 yards and touchdown, 9 targets in his last 2 games. So it looks like
PPR for this guy. So
yeah, that's taken. So it looks like Mark is
they
kind
said
of
that 4 weeks
emerging a
ago,
little
though.
bit from the Chubb situation, but
I would strongly consider Dalton Schultz. I know he didn't have a great game last week, but Stroud does like the tight end. He's had some decent games.
yeah, he has.
this
Hunter Henry
season.
too. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
12.
I was going to say Hunter Henry.
To me,
Henry's
Fannin
touchdown
falls into
dependent.
the
though.
similar. Fannin falls into a similar category as these guys here. There's like the elite tight ends, and then you got like 10 of them that all are interchangeable, like 10-point guys. Now, the thing about Fannin that's a little intriguing is they're talking about Njoku getting traded, and if Njoku gets traded, I do think that helps Fannin's value a little bit. But
Yep, absolutely.
Cleveland,
Right.
they're just not interesting to me from a fantasy standpoint.
Then who should he drop then? Golden?
He's got Golden too.
Yeah,
I
look,
haven't seen.
He's
I
got
don't
Marks,
see
Bill,
whatever you're
Golden.
looking at. I don't see.
It's just above if you roll up in the chat.
Yeah,
a
it's
little
roll
bit.
up one. It's
No,
just-
I'm not looking. At chat.
Yeah, he's got Marks,
I can't
Bill,
see the
Golden,
chat.
Egbuka, and Fannin. So I just looked. Marks has been doing a lot better lately.
I think honestly, I would drop Bill.
Maybe or Golden. Golden hasn't done shit. And
Yeah,
Watson's
Golden hasn't
back
done
now, and then you're getting back the other guy, Reed. They got Reed too. There's gonna be a lot of people to throw to on that team.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily give up on Golden just yet.
No.
I think Bill is,
I mean, how many? What do you got for starters? I mean, these are guys that you're thinking to drop, but do you have 3 stud receivers already?
He's got CD, he's got JSN and Shakur.
Those 2, CD and JSN are nice. What about running back?
Dude. Running back, he's got Bajan, Genty,
Jesus,
Bill,
this is
and
a
Marks.
4-man league.
I know. He's going pretty well.
So yeah,
I mean, you got to be in an 8-man league. There's no. How the fuck did you get Bajan and Genty?
Right, they're first
Yeah.
rounders right there. Then you got CD, who's
Another first rounder.
yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Wait, he
Jigba
says,
did
wait.
fall a little bit.
It
Hey.
says it's 12-man.
But Crashy Rice.
What are you playing in a Special Olympics league? Like, how the fuck did you pull this off?
Now we know where he pulled the Shane Gillis Down syndrome
Right.
reference out of.
Right?
The guy was
Wow.
talking about all his friends in his league.
They all chugged a bottle of Tylenol before they had the draft or something.
He's in a Downs league.
The
All right,
fuck?
let's get back on track. Jeff, who you starting? Who you sitting?
So my start is Marvin Harrison Jr. Going forward, you might as well just slot in whoever wide receiver is playing
Yeah,
against the
Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys.
Yes.
They're pitiful, I think, with so I think that's pretty much self-explanatory. They got the quarterback. I believe the last time I checked, he's back, right?
I think so.
Yeah, the quarterback. So I would say Murray they should have a pretty good result there. It's going to be a shootout probably, so I would imagine he's going to have some big points and probably get in the end zone as well. And then my sit is Bo Nix playing Houston. Houston doesn't give up anything when it comes to quarterbacks. I know Bo's had a couple good games, but I just don't see him really doing too much against
Would you play
Houston.
Sam Darnold over Bo Nix this week?
It's funny you said that because I just picked up Sam Darnold.
Would have been nice if somebody sat Bo Nix last week, but that's another
I put him
conversation.
in right at the last minute. I had Dak in for most of the time, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to switch this.
Yeah.
It's one of those tough deals because if you pick Bo Nix, you pick him to be your starter. So,
yeah, but like you said, I think Houston.
No, I agree. But like,
I think I'm going to play Darnold instead of Nix this week.
A lot of Denver's magic has happened at home, and they've been screwed on the road. So,
Greg, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just taking it easy. Listen to everybody else talk, dude.
He's on that Snoop Dogg.
He's worried about you.
Oh God, if he's worried about me, I need to fucking get my head out of my ass. But okay.
I got a surefire way to start making Bo Nix tank like he really should. I don't believe in him. I'm just going to start picking him and saying nice things about him.
Well, you've been on his. You haven't liked him all year. What's he up to now? I know he's up to number 5 quarterback. So
I haven't liked him since college. It goes
which
way
one?
back.
He's been at like 6 of them.
I was going to say, what? He was Oregon. His last one was Oregon, wasn't it?
All of them.
I think he was at Auburn.
All the above.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
What can I say about Bo Nix? At least he's not Dylan Gabriel. Okay, John, who we starting? Who we said?
I wavered a little bit between Tyrone Tracy and the Bam Knight because, again, Dallas, I think Bam Knight could probably do some damage. It's going to be a shootout. He should get some catches. They give up runs. They got rid of Carter, but I went with Tracy. Luckily I had him in this league, and I've kind of held on to him. And, now Scadaboo's down, and they're playing the 49ers. Tracy was good last year at the end of the year. I think they said he had 14.5 points in, 3 of the last 5 games last year. Scadaboo had 13 in 7 games in a row this year. They're playing the 49ers, who've given up 15 points a game to running backs in 5 straight games. So I think Tracy could have a decent game this week. So I went with him. My sit, someone we did talk about, Dowdell, or Dowdle, whatever his name is.
Dowdle, I think it is.
They're playing Green Bay,
Uncle Rico.
3 in points allowed to running backs this year. So they're a tough defense to run on. I expect Carolina to get down, so maybe they're going to be passing a little more. I don't think they're going to ignore Hubbard totally. So it may not be a split, but it's still going to be, I still think he's going to cut into Dowdle's touches. So for me, if I can, I'd be sitting there.
If they truly want to win, it's not even close. I think he had less carries, but had double the yards of Hubbard last game, both receiving and rushing. It wasn't even close. So
I think they're just looking at. They gave Hubbard that contract this year. He had a good year last year. I'm hearing Hubbard to Patriots. I've heard that a couple times.
Yeah,
it could happen.
about that.
It could get crazy. The final day of to make a trade.
I also heard Breece Hall to Patriots. Now that would be kind of.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
We'd have to give up probably a little more for that.
Yeah, but that goes back to that whole Tomlin, Pittsburgh, Cleveland deal. How could you trade Breece Hall in your own division?
Yeah.
But it is the Jets though, guys. So yeah.
Well, it's just a question of what. I guess he doesn't fumble much, so of course you'd be interested in him.
Well, I was going to.
Well, and the Jets have so many good backup running backs that could fill Breece Hall's spot. So
Well, even if he had fumble issues, they'll just deflate the ball and he'll be all right.
Well, no, I was going to say not as many because Braylon Allen's on IR. Is he not? Is he not still on IR?
They got the other guy that's been doing pretty good. I can't remember his name. But.
So when they issue the gloves to running backs in New England, did they spray them down with WD-40 or just I can't believe it's not butter?
No, we didn't want to use Pick'em because then we'd get accused of cheating. So we're trying to.
You guys. Yeah, I wouldn't.
At this point,
they must inflate the balls instead of deflating.
They started. Yeah,
there was only one game that we had the Stick'em.
Belichick left, and they started inflating them more.
We had the WD-40 game. You guys benefited from that. So.
Absolutely. All right, so John, who you sitting?
I just said Dowdle.
Dowdle. Okay, gotcha. All right, so if you drafted this guy who's my start, you're starting him. So I'm not breaking any news here. But I'm telling you, Devon Achane is going to have a big game. I feel very strongly about
Once
this
he gets
tonight.
50 yards, that's all I care about.
Yeah, at this point, he's the offense. So him and Waddle. So, and Baltimore's defense, for those who haven't been paying attention, is really not good. So, although Kyle Hamilton is back, they played a little better last week.
Yeah, they were a little better.
Hopefully they're good this week because I had to play them because Cleveland's on a bye. So,
Gotcha. Now, a little bit lesser known guy who I almost went with my start of the week was Ted McMillan. The Panthers are going to be behind. They're going to be throwing the ball, and McMillan's basically their only weapon. So I do look for him to have a big game. And my sit of the week, Caleb Williams. I know he scores fantasy points, but I mean, come on. Last week, that pick six was awful. He was settling for field goals. Yeah, he ran around a little bit. Yeah, he'll complete a pass or two, but overall, no. I'd say get that guy out of your lineup. Trade him while he's at a high value if your trade deadline hasn't passed.
He is playing against the Bengals, though, who give up a lot of points to.
They let Fields put up 39 on them.
Yeah. And about Ted McMillan, Bryce Young's out, so Andy Dalton will be throwing him the ball.
Is Bryce Young in again?
Rifle.
Is Bryce Young out? I thought he was okay.
Yeah.
I thought I heard he was okay, too.
Oh, well, oops.
I don't know for sure, but I thought I heard that.
I will say this: Trey Hendrickson is also going to play. So
I got Ted McMillan, and I'd have to say that as crappy as I think Young is, he's better than Andy Dalton at this point.
Yeah.
And
even with Dalton,
Andy Dalton just goes down like a house of cards if anybody gets near him. It's like, man.
You guys weren't sure about Bryce Young, you said?
Yeah.
I said he returned to practice this week, and they're optimistic he'll play after sitting out last week. So
I've still got him as questionable, but that's a hell of a lot better than
It
Dalton.
says Bryce Young was a full participant in practice today.
Yeah, so that probably means he's.
Oh, and it says Dalton has a broken thumb and was limited.
Yeah,
so.
right thumb, limited practice.
And the
Damn,
way the
now you can be a quarterback with a broken right thumb, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the way the Panthers have been this year, this is exactly the kind of game that they'll roll up 30-0 on somebody.
Well, they're playing the Packers. That would be a surprise, but
Yeah,
It'd be a little bit of a shocker.
Yeah.
The bookies would rake.
If those two quarterbacks are sidelined, the Panthers' options would include Hendon Hooker and Mike White. So
I still think Hendon Hooker has a future in the league if he goes to the right team. So
You still think that, huh?
I still think it. He has not gotten a chance yet, although it does not bode well that Detroit gave up on him. So,
well, he's got no place there. So,
yeah.
All right. So, are we ready for some rapid fire?
Let's fucking do it.
Sure.
let's do it.
Let's do our intro. All right.
Okay. All right. Coming off a subpar last week, let's see if we can get back on track here. We'll start out with tonight's game, Ravens at Dolphins.
Trent.
Does Lamar Jackson go for over 299.5 total yards?
Who?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar.
So essentially,
Combined?
rushing and receiving, over 300 yards. Quinn?
When you throw in rushing, I'm going to say yes, because this is going to be a high-scoring game.
Okay. Let's go with David.
Yes.
Greg?
Yes.
Jeff?
I'm gonna go no.
Lone Ranger. I saw
I'm
it
gonna
come
go
from a mile away.
299 incoming.
I'm going yes again with that as well. All right, to our Sunday games. Carolina at the Packers. Over under Josh Jacobs, 1.5 touchdowns. So essentially, is he going to get 2 or more or 1 or less? We'll start with David.
I'm going to say yes. I think they're not as good against the run, if I remember correctly. So I
And
think
then
yes.
we'll go Greg.
No. He'll just get one.
Damn it. I hate
Is
it
it
when
rushing
Greg's between it.
yards or rushing touchdowns?
To any touchdowns, but he doesn't catch them.
Any. Okay. I'll still say no.
Come on, Greg. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm saying no.
Son
I am
I will
also
say-
going no.
I will say yes.
There we go, John. All right.
And
not
Quinn says
having-
no.
Yeah, he's not having the year he had last year.
Josh Jacobs? He's having a pretty damn fine year.
Yeah, I
You may want to check some of those stats.
Well, watching the Steeler game the other night. Collinsworth said
He
it multiple times.
almost didn't play that game. He was sick. He forced them to make him play.
He didn't need to play the second half, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
they didn't need to rush the ball. That was
All right, look, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
I know. Us bitches over here don't want to talk about
God.
All right,
Just telling you,
Vikings,
stash Emmanuel Wilson. That's all I'm saying.
Vikings at Lions. Do Lions win by more than 13.5 points? So essentially 2 touchdowns. Do they beat the Vikings by this week? Start with Greg.
Yes.
Jeff.
Yep.
Quinn.
At home, yeah, Lions cover all day long.
Yep. This is probably higher than the spread, but I'm going to say yes too. And David.
Yes. Is McCarthy back at quarterback for them?
Yeah, that's what makes
It's
me
a
think
profoundly yes. Like, yeah.
Falcons at Patriots. Does Bijan rush for more than 99.5 yards? Let's start with Jeff.
Patriots only giving up, I think it's 82 yards a game, so I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
I will say that he does. Yes. Quinn?
Ooh.
Rushing yards only.
Yep.
Under.
And David?
Under.
And Greg?
Under.
Pats are really good against the run. I believe.
Patriots have not given up more than 50 yards to any running back this year.
Yeah. And you're going with yes, though? That he's
I'm
going to
going with yes. I just think that
You
Patriots.
just gave us all the logic, yet you went against it.
I know. Patriots have. They're just due for one of those games, you know.
The
hope I'm
Patriots
wrong,
have
but-
never allowed over 50 yards rushing, but I'm going against it.
All
I
right.
like it. I like it.
All right, let's go. Colts at Steelers. This one for you guys. More receiving yards. Pittman or Metcalf?
Pittman, like
Let's
all day.
start with-
Sorry, I
You can
probably
start.
went out. Sorry,
Greg?
I'm passionate about this one.
Greg?
I'm going to say Metcalf.
Look at you. That's so cute.
Look at me.
Jeff?
I am going to say Metcalf as well. Colts are the second most yards given up receiving.
Quinn?
And I also think Tyler Warren will
Who's number one?
Dallas.
Steelers are what? 3 then? I know they're like right
I'm not
there.
They're coming on hard. They're coming on
Yeah,
fast.
yeah, they're trying their hardest, no doubt. We
Steelers desperately need to play against a big, slow wide receiver who doesn't get great separation. So I'm going Metcalf on this one.
I too will go with Metcalf.
I got to look this up. I'm intrigued now.
Broncos at Texans. We talked a little bit about these tough defense. So over under 40.5 points. Greg.
I'm going to go over.
All right, let's go, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm going to go over as well.
And I will say under. Quinn?
23-17 is the score I'm thinking for this game. So I'm going to go under by a half a point.
David?
What was the question again?
Broncos at Texans. Over under 40.5 points.
Ooh. I'm going to go under. Both defenses are, I'm going to go under.
Jags at Raiders.
See, Jeff is getting some love now.
Hey, I'm glad I'm not the only one being picked on.
Why is David's eyebrows running away from each other? Okay.
Is this Dave's burner?
Jags at Raiders. More rushing yards. Genty or Etienne? Let's start with Jeff.
Oh. I'm going to go Genty.
Quinn?
That's a tough one.
That is.
Oh boy. Butterball versus Mighty Mouse. Give me Butterball. I'll go Genty.
David?
I'm going to go ATN. By the
Greg?
way, Steelers are number one, or I'm sorry, they're in last when it comes to passing, the 32nd.
In yards allowed or just
Yards
fantasy?
allowed. Yards.
Got to be good at something. That means
It's-
being the worst. I'll say ATN.
I would say AT&T.
It's Pitt then Dallas, Jeff. Who was it
Chiefs
you were
at
thinking?
Bills.
David, you took
Colts was
ATN.
third.
Chiefs at Bills.
I'm looking at
Game of the week, supposedly. Who wins? David.
Which teams again? Sorry.
Chiefs at Bills. Who wins?
Chiefs at Bills. Chiefs.
Bills get exposed as a fraud
Greg?
this week.
I'll say Bills.
Really? Is that where's that?
Bills.
It's at
Buffalo.
It's at Buffalo.
Jeff.
They can win that. They can win at Buffalo.
Buffalo's good during the regular season against the Chiefs. They
Yeah.
just can't beat them in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
I just their rosters just doesn't impress me. Josh
I'm
Allen,
going-
of course,
I'm going
obviously.
with the Bills
After
too.
that, and Cook. I think so, but
Quinn.
Chiefs are going to walk this. But Buffalo gets exposed as a fraud.
All right. Seahawks at Commanders. Smith and Jigba. Over under 7.5 catches. Quinn.
7.5.
And
Guy's been a machine.
he's right there. He's 7-8 every week. This is a
Yeah,
really
he's a
tough
machine.
one.
Yeah, this is wow.
Oh, adding that half is really making it more interesting.
Well, I don't want it to be a
Yes.
tie. I'm trying to get the ties
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I'm going
He-
under.
He warned he was going to go half point here on out.
Yeah.
On the road. I'm going
David?
under.
Yeah, I'm going to go under too.
Greg?
I'm going to go over.
Jeff?
I'm going over.
I'm going over as well.
Nice.
Monday night game. Cardinals at Cowboys. Battle of the top two tight ends. Ferguson and McBride. Who has more catches?
Ooh.
Start with Jeff.
McBride.
Let's go with me. I am also going to say McBride. Quinn? Ferguson, 0 catches last week for me against Greg.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
know.
That hurt.
Yeah.
Shit.
And Dak's had a
0.
really bad game against a good team.
Yeah.
But the Cardinals are not a good team. This
They
is
aren't a
the
good
kind of time.
That could eat. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ferguson.
David,
You said more yards, right?
more receptions.
Receptions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go McBride anyways.
And Greg.
I'll say McBride. He's like the second, or he's a top two target on that team, whereas Dallas will have CD and Pickens.
Yeah.
Well, so
But they are the two top, I think, unless Ferguson fell out, but they were the top two guys.
yeah, I got you.
And that's it. That's the 10 questions for the week. We'll see how everybody does. First one is tonight. Does Lamar go over 299.5 total? So we'll see.
Yeah, that's a game I think you want to be down on.
Everybody
over.
says yes, except for Jeff says no. So we'll see what happens. The Lone Ranger.
Oh, by the way, Jeff,
Wolf.
Colts are the 4th worst against the pass.
Wait.
Damn, so Steelers Colts could be a shootout.
Yeah, you have to figure much of that is because of garbage time. I
Yeah,
know
everybody's
when
trying
they played the Chargers, when Herbert threw for 420, most of
Yeah,
it was like
didn't
garbage
matter.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's 32, Dallas is 31, Cincinnati's 30, then Indy is 29.
Well, Pittsburgh just got what's his name from the Patriots. So as long as he doesn't play man to man, then you guys will be okay because he can't guard anybody either.
I don't know. I think you guys are smart and you know when to get rid of people. And first it was Peppers, now it's Duger. Not feeling great about it.
At least we didn't trade for Peppers, so that's.
Didn't you guys bench him? You guys benched him for a rookie or something.
He hasn't been playing. Yeah, we got the rookie guy that's been.
Yeah, so like.
So on
I don't know.
ESPN, total defensive stats, yards allowed for passing, it goes Dallas, Cincinnati, Colts, Commanders, Pittsburgh.
Oh, I have it on yards per game. I'm sorry.
Well,
I
that,
have.
that actually makes more sense. So that makes more
Well,
sense.
folks are still having bye weeks, so
Yeah, so you could have one with 8 games, one with 7.
Oh yeah, that makes a big difference, right? Pittsburgh's
Dead
16
last.
yards ahead of the Cowboys in first place when you go yards per game.
And it's sad to say, but John said, hey, it could be a shootout. Any game the Steelers are going to be involved in close in is going to be a shootout because any game we give up less than 28 points for the rest of the season is a gift.
I mean, you guys looks like from what I saw, you got a tough little schedule coming up, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Oh yeah.
It's already started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Started last week.
We have gone 7 consecutive seasons, losing at least 3 games in a row. And barring a miracle, this will be number 8.
Well, I don't know. I'm curious to see the Colts. I don't know if they're as good as advertised, but I guess we'll see.
Is it in Pittsburgh or in Indianapolis?
It's in Pittsburgh. It's in Pittsburgh. They're celebrating the Super Bowl team from
I think last
20
week
years
was in
ago.
Pittsburgh too, wasn't it?
It was.
Yes.
It don't matter.
Well, you guys got a kicker that can kick the shit out of the ball. That's for damn sure.
He did that, and it didn't matter.
What do you have? Like probably 20-something fantasy points last week.
14, 350 yarders and a 40.
Well,
Boswell's
in my league,
amazing,
it's 5
but-
points per 50 yarder. It's 5 per, so that's 15 for 3, 4 points for 4. That's 19 right there, plus any extra points.
As long as the grass in the middle of the field is secure and not slick, he'll be awesome.
Well, I always heard that, especially one end of the Steelers Stadium is tough to kick in.
Yeah.
That's kind of changed a little bit. And I don't know if they put up something in that end zone. It used to be you couldn't.
Yeah,
make
I haven't heard. It was a few years ago I heard about that, and I haven't heard a lot of talk about it.
Rumor has it the one side, when the opposing team was going to kick a field goal, they would open up all of the garage doors and all the stuff.
Wind tunnel.
The wind tunnel and everything to have that wind howling through there.
Do they still have?
That could be not true, but that was.
Do they still have Jerome Bettis?
Legend has it.
About a deflated football, and you guys are opening up windows and doors.
At least it's not crowd. At least it's not inflated crowd noises. So.
The difference, mine might be fiction. Yours is fact.
So you guys still have Jerome Bettis bar outside of the Steelers Stadium?
What is it?
Jerome Bettis had a. Remember Jeff when we went?
Yeah,
Jerome
he has
Bettis had a bar?
something 36. It's called not Route 36. What the fuck's it called?
And
I know exactly.
Sitting at the urinals taking a piss, and you can see out into the bar room. You're like, man, can anybody see me? Obviously, they can't see in, but you can see out.
Yeah.
So, any last minute stuff for tonight, guys? Said during the game we talked about Lamar. Anybody else? I think A. Shane's going to have a big game.
I think A. Shane will do good, but I think Lamar. I think now. Look for the Ravens. I just look for the Ravens to get on track and get in gear. They start out slow. I don't know if the 1-5 is the real them. I think that there's something in them that is better than that. And, I think tonight is the start of it. And if it isn't, then it's going to be a long season for them.
I was pretty mad the other day, and I predicted that the Ravens roar back and take the division.
Yeah.
That
would not surprise me.
We have a tough stretch of games coming up. I heard
really bad.
That where the Ravens have the opposite. They have a stretch of like 5 or 6 games where they're playing bad teams.
They can easily get right back in this.
I'm just interested to see if Flowers and Henry really benefit from this. Like the first week, man, looked like Flowers and Henry were just going to have.
Well, that was with the one guy last week with Huntley as a quarterback. They were a little bit better last week.
Yeah.
Is the majority of the secondary for the Ravens back?
I know Kyle Hamilton's back.
That's their top defensive back.
Yeah, he's their center fielder.
Yeah,
right.
So if they have him, they should do okay. I'm just curious. That's their Achilles heel, really, is that secondary. So when he's not playing or is hurt, so.
Well, wait a minute. Cooper Rush is not playing.
Well, he didn't play last week, and they did better. So
he's an inactive. So
Cooper
no
Rush.
Fighting Cooper Rush, no win.
What are you
should have
talking
been
about?
playing Huntley the whole time.
Jair Alexander is out, but it looks like Nate Wiggins is in.
in?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And
All right.
I tell you, look, if Marlon Humphreys matches up with Jalen Waddle tonight, Marlon Humphreys is cooked. Nate Wiggins is great. Marlon Humphreys is cooked. I think if Tua can exploit him. So it'll be interesting to see how they do. I don't think he'll follow Waddle, but I'd be interested to see if they have Wiggins follow Waddle.
And I'll recap my single game parlay for tonight. Lamar over 200 yards passing, A-Chain over 50 yards rushing, and who's the tight end? Mark Andrews, 25 more yards receiving. 3-1 odds.
It's a lock, baby.
Isaiah Likely is playing.
I know.
He just needs 25 yards.
I know. One catch, one good one, you know?
Yep.
Yeah. Let's just hope it's not near the goal line at the end of the game.
Let's hope it's early.
Should be okay.
I win this at halftime, you know.
And then go to bed.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Really good information this week. We'll be back next week. We may have a time change. We'll keep you guys informed. But that being said, great advice. If you want to know what our over-unders were and in the rapid fire round, go back, watch the end of it. Like I said earlier, 61% for the year is pretty freaking stout.
Larry Legend up there.
Yes, but it's Larry Birdish to be hitting that much. So, yeah. And anything else before we get out, guys?
No.
No.
Go
Good
Pats.
luck, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
All right. Happy Halloween. And remember, Steelers Sanctuary podcast tomorrow night. And time TBD. We may go a little bit earlier being Halloween, but we will see you then. Have a good night.
Well, folks, when you're right 52% of the time, you're wrong 48% of the time.